expenses. You put them there.
All right, moved by Dan, second by Natalie, that the Recreation and Fitness Committee meeting be opened at 7 p.m. And that the agenda be approved with the addition of the letter of resignation from Mark Valancourt and advertisement of new members. All in favor? Carried. Moved by Natalie and second by Dan, that the minutes of the Recreation Fitness Committee meeting held August 14th, 2023, and the minutes of the Special Recreation and Fitness Committee held August 14th, 2023, be adopted as circulated. All in favor?
Sign the minutes.
Just one.
No, there should be a second one, last page.
All right, any disclosure of pecuniary interests? Any presentations from the public?
Do you have any presentations or anything?
No.
No? Okay.
Agenda 5.1 Canada Day Financial Report. There we go.
So in the report that you have, we have a profit of 1,297, which is mainly in part due to a donation from the Rock Harley Davidson, who were at the event park that weekend. They made a donation, and some of the prize money that we had for the bike decorating contest and the floats and all that were unclaimed, so those were put back. So it's just to show you our budget is very tight. So if we want to expand next year, we'll have to consider increasing that budget a bit. In the past, I would say pre-2019, used to be about 13,000. And due to COVID, we lowered it because we weren't having as much.
Right.
So if the committee wants to bring more events, or not events, but things to do that day, then we may have to increase that budget. Okay, so
Sounds good.
just a motion to accept the budget or the report, sorry.
Moved by Natalie and second by Dan, that the end of the day financial report be accepted and presented for information purposes only. All in favor? Carried. And then summer camp financial report.
So the summer camp with the donations and the campers registration came up to 5,625. The staff t-shirts cost and per diem came up to $6,428. Sorry, the revenues, so the campers plus the donations was 9,350. So we have a profit of $2,921. And there is in the motion, there will be a motion, sorry, to state that any revenues, once everything is calculated and our year end is done, to move that into a reserve for next year's programming.
That shows a loss. So you're saying there's.
Sorry, no, it's actually a profit.
Okay, so.
Yeah. It's actually a profit, not a loss. We did, this shows 45 campers. I think you had said 50. I'm
We
not
capped it
sure.
at 48, we took
Okay.
52. Because we
Okay.
had a few last night.
Okay, those are, the total amount is correct. I'm not sure why there's only showing 45. I know I did sponsor 2 kids
Okay.
from the donations that we received.
Okay.
So we sponsored 2 kids.
Okay.
Okay,
I know, like we took a bunch of registration last minute over the weekend. And I just had them e-transfer me and then I paid.
Yeah.
On a Monday, I think I paid for.
Yeah, and
8
that's in
people
there.
Or something all at once, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we ended up with 52 total.
okay. So there is to accept the report. And like I said, further down this year, there will be a motion asking for that to be put to next year's programming.
Moved by Dan, second by Natalie, that the summer camp financial report be accepted and presented for informational purposes only. All in favor? Okay. All right, so number 6, new business. So 6.1 Halloween parade. So that's largely Renee. I know she's working on the boots and stuff. I know she's collecting donations. I know she's getting float registrations. I think that event's basically kind of run
Run by
by
Renee, and we
her
just
and support it.
support it. Last year, for the new committee members, we did donate to help with the cost of candies. If she doesn't have enough, then a lot of people donate money. So we did donate some money for that, and we did the cost of the mail out of a flyer. So we bought the paper, we printed it and mailed it out to all the residents. And at the back, it shows the sponsors and the front gives all the details. So I prepared a motion and the committee can decide if they want to donate and how much.
What did we donate last year?
$100.
And then all of the flyers were separate?
We also collect candy here for.
Yes, we do. Yeah, we are having a stop back there.
Right.
All right. Moved by Natalie and second by Dan that the Recreation Fitness Committee recommends the council that a donation of, are we doing $100 again? Do we want to try and increase it a little bit?
Yeah, I guess women, like,
Comes out of our rec fund, I guess.
Yep.
100 is next to nothing considering it's a pretty big event. for Bonfield.
yeah, and everything's gone up, but.
It is very popular too.
Yeah,
So
maybe about the 200.
I like it. We made to Renee content for the purchase of candies for the Halloween parade and that the committee pay for the cost of mailing out a flyer to all residents in the township. All in favor? Okay. We'll support Renee however she needs for sure.
Okay, I'll let her know.
Okay, 6.2 summer camp 2024. I just put this on. So when we first ran camp, we ran a New Year's dance. This is going back 5 years ago, or
2019.
6 years ago. Okay. We ran a New Year's dance and then we ran 1 week of camp and it was super successful. We had a lot of kids, 60-ish kids. something
No,
like
we
that.
were supposed to run 2 weeks of camp.
Right.
COVID hit.
Well, the first year that we just did 1, then the
Yeah,
second year.
2018
we were
or
gonna try and do
2019.
Yeah.
We did at your 2018, we did at your place. 2019, we did at Camp Carry 2.
Yeah.
2020, we were supposed to do 2 weeks.
Right.
And we did the New Year's Eve dance,
Right.
December 31st, 2019.
Right.
And then COVID shut us down.
So I would like to try to run 2. I'd like to try and run, but we need to know ahead of time, like very far in advance. That's why it's on the docket kind of tonight. Because our programming starts filling in January or February. So if we're counting on all of my staff and we're not booking any outreach and we're not booking camps that week. We just need to know to kind of set those weeks aside. But I would like to run one in July and one in August. We always have, the one that we've always run was kind of in August, and we always have a few parents that are like, oh, we're on holidays, we're not around. I'd like to run two. I still think we'd get quite a few kids that do both. And I don't think we're gonna go from like 54 kids down to 25 each camp. I think we'll still get 50-ish at both camps. I think it'll still work well. So I'd like to try and run two, but obviously there's, you know,
A risk to it.
a little bit, but I think, you know, I think we could do it for sure. And I think we can do stuff like if kids register for both, we can drop it. I think we did 125 this year. We could drop it to $100 a week if they did both, and we'll just charge extra for non-Bonfield.
Non-resident.
Kids, non-residents. So
So is your goal to do a New Year's Eve dance with the proceeds going to summer camps, strictly summer camp? Like,
Yeah, we
is
can-
that,
we can do another New Year's dance. I still think we do two beneficiaries for New Year's. Maybe we do camp every year. And then we do another organization as well to split it. New Year's dance, I think we'll raise $3,500 or something like that. I think.
not, can't remember how much we raised the first year. It's
So-
like 3,000 to 5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'd like to see two
Right.
organizations,
Split
like
it
if
up a
we
bit.
always do it for camp. And then another local charity and just switch that local charity yearly.
so half the proceeds go to summer camp and half the proceeds go to,
Whatever charity.
Food bank, fire department, or something, right? Something
Right.
local, something in Bonfield.
so what if we were, so now we're adding to this the New Year's Eve dance?
Yeah.
Okay, what if we were to, if you were to give us the 2 weeks that you want?
Yeah.
To reserve to us, and we could start advertising right now
That makes sense.
instead of waiting like we've been doing the past couple of years, just because of the issues we've had with COVID. We didn't know if we were going to have to cancel them.
Right.
But if we know right away our dates, we can start promoting them and parents can plan their summer accordingly right in January.
Right. And yeah, I mean, you gotta try. You don't know if it's gonna fill if you don't try.
No, and
So-
at least this way, if you're getting close to June and one of them is not filling up.
We can move them all.
Yeah,
Yeah, I should try it.
and that gives you the opportunity to fill your week with something.
Yeah, like our camps this year were super last minute. We were a little bit lower, but we're super busy for outreach, so all runs those out.
Mhm.
As long as this camp does well. Okay. well,
Yeah.
Let's try and do two. I can get you dates.
Yeah, if you give us dates, we can start promoting them right away and say this next year, we're
Yeah.
doing 2 dates and we can start registrations as January 1st, really.
Right.
So,
Okay,
6.3, the end of the season event. So we ran that event, I don't know, last week or the week before. Because fireworks couldn't happen on Canada Day because of the fire ban. So that was super easy. We did a few games. We had the canteen open. The fire department auxiliary ran the canteen. We brought in live music and we did fireworks, and talking to a lot of people, everybody really liked it. So now I had a few people approach me, why don't we do that every year? So I don't know if we want to try and, for Canada Day, shorten it and do like a 12 to 5, 12 to 6, and kind of cram a ton of stuff in, giving people the option to go to North Bay or Calendar or whatever for their fireworks, and keep ours to the end of the year, thinking that we might be able to even attract other communities because nobody else is doing fireworks.
Right.
I don't know how everybody else feels about it, but Canada Day, I've always felt that it's kind of long and spread out, and
Yeah, no,
the ones who are usually there, like I'll say the whole day, are those that are actually there for the music.
Yeah.
The parents, we tried this year and I think the last year to do something over supper to keep them till 6, but they still end up going home. And then you only have the music people.
Yeah.
So,
We've tried moving the schedule, we've tried adding things, we've tried everything. And it just seems to get thinned out.
Well,
Yeah.
and there's so much going, there's so many other townships or cities having stuff, so.
mhm. And the other option is to do like calendar and have it the week, like the weekend before, but still then you're competing with calendar.
And we talked about that before.
Yeah.
Personally, I like shortening Canada Day so that people are here for the majority of the day, like at 10 or 11 till 5 or something, 6 or
Right.
something like that. Giving them the option to either go home and be done or go to other
Mhm.
events. And then I was kind of splitting that budget a little bit so that we can buy fireworks and run at end of the year right before school.
It
I
was,
enjoyed it.
there was a lot of people there. And
Yeah.
Yeah. So we could do that, like if we look at the Canada Day budget, but
Like the budget for the end of the year thing would just be the fireworks and music.
Right, the fireworks that we're not gonna do at Canada Day, we just
Right.
move it over to the end of the year.
and usually that's 3,700,
Yeah,
I
I
would
think
say in
that's-
my
I
budget.
think
Yeah, I
that
was
sounds
looking for
right.
my agenda, but
And it was lower this year than it has been, right? I remember before being almost 4 or 5 grand.
no,
No?
no. It's been 3,800. I tell them 3,800.
Every year, yeah.
And with our
People
tax
always-
rebate and whatever.
People always love it, so.
Yeah.
It was a good show. Like,
Mhm. And the music, because now it's what, 2,500, which runs from 1 to 9.
Yeah.
So if we only go 1 to 5, that's
Cut
gonna
that
be
in
cut
half,
back
yeah.
too, right?
Yeah,
And then we can use that
to pay for music.
to put the entertainment
First September.
for September.
Yeah, I like that idea.
And
Just
then
gives us another
instead of
event, right?
increasing that, like if we do that, say 10,000 instead of 89, that gives us, or actually if we cut it back, but still move like, instead of doing 10,000 for Canada Day, we do 10,000, but split it between Canada Day and
Labor Day,
Labor Day.
yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
So you don't think there's gonna be community blowback?
No, so I mean, you're actually offering them another night out.
Okay.
You're offering them a second.
We can try it.
Second day.
Yeah.
week.
And if we see next year that there's a lot of blowback, like you say, then, but if the public understands, like if we let them know and say, we don't have anybody here basically from this time, everybody enjoyed the end of season event. We're still gonna do fireworks, just not on Canada Day, and then you're free to go to North Bay or,
Yeah.
All the neighboring municipalities.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it works
You
for
wanna
me.
say something?
Are we allowed to
you can
give
say,
an opinion? Just for myself anyhow, one, we didn't have to fight with mosquitoes and black flies. So
That was
a bonus.
amazing.
It was a bonus. Also, it got dark earlier, so we didn't have to wait so late and the younger kids were able to participate.
That's true too.
it is true.
Yeah.
Because when we do it on Canada Day, by the time I switch those lights off, it's like 10,
Yeah.
10, quarter after
It's
10.
for the
Right.
little ones.
Yeah. So, and doing it on September long weekend,
Yeah. I think the lights went out about, what, 8 o'clock? 8:30?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, it was great.
It was dark.
yeah, it was dark.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think actually 9 o'clock.
it was just
The
after
music stopped
9
at
when,
9
yeah,
and then the fireworks started right
Yeah.
after. Yeah.
Okay, 6.4, tobogganing station. Somebody approached me and I'm not prepared. I don't have her name, but I know the idea now. Months ago, maybe even almost a year ago, about doing a tobogganing station. So she's got 3 or 4 blow up inner tubes and a couple like old school wooden sleds and whatever. That she just wants to put up a sign saying that, property of Bonfield, use it, don't abuse it type thing, and leave it on the hill. I said that I would donate a bunch as well. I still have her contact info, I just don't have it on me currently. So she just wanted approval that we put in like a free to use tobogganing stations that if kids don't have their own slides or don't want to drag their sleds across town to come to the hill, that we have some equipment here for them.
So what if we put it inside the rink shack?
Yeah.
Like we used to do with skates. We used to do the same with the skates. We used to have them in there and people could come in, take the skates, go skating, put them away. So
Okay.
we can put them inside the,
Yeah.
and then we can just put like a little
Sign up.
sign up saying, you know, donated or
Yeah.
we can do that.
Perfect.
Yeah, no, that's good, that's a good idea.
All right, so 7, so unfinished business, 7.1 is trade show.
Okay. So we are at 10 registrants.
We just start
And
promoting that more.
I think the flyer said August 31st. But we can blast Facebook with it and just say extended. We still have some time to take.
And that flyer was sent out to everybody as well.
Yeah, that was sent out to every household.
Yep.
So I do have the Friends of the Library. I thought there was another one. Oh, the Bonfield, the auxiliary to promote their clubs and recruit new members.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if the Lions or just trying to think who else. The Knights of Columbus is not the Golden Age. The Golden Age approach them if they want to set up a table. But I think we need to, when whoever's going to post it on Facebook, to make it clear, it's not just like your studio, it's trades as well.
I shared it twice. And I said, like, even if you didn't have a registered company, even if it's a kid that cuts grass in the summer or walks dogs or
Mhm.
whatever, you know, like there's so many people that you said that just do, you know, cash jobs on weekends and whatever. It's just to kind of promote what we have in Bonfield and try and keep, you know, keep it local a little bit.
Yeah, because we have a lot of plumbers, we have a lot of electricians, we have
Small engine
roofers.
mechanics.
Yeah, that, you know, somebody, you see it on Facebook, but if you didn't have to always ask on Facebook, if,
Right.
and then it helps the township here build up our own business directory.
Yeah.
And then they could just go there and it's like, I'm looking for a mechanic. Well, there's a couple, you know, there you go.
But that's another thing, that directory should be like promoted too. Like on Facebook and everything else to
But
remind
if
people
we
that they
don't
can
know
go.
who has a business,
Yeah,
it's hard for
yeah.
us to update it.
Yeah. So I understand that, but you know, but for every time somebody asks about, you know, a business, who I'm looking for such and such, you know, oh, here, well, you can also check out,
Mhm.
you know. So
Yeah.
If we see that. do
Yeah,
that.
look on the website, they're
Yeah.
all there.
Here's the link,
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah,
So I'll share that again and send it out.
well, do you want me to make a change to the date on the flyer? And even, I can even create little Facebook friendly little graphics that we can post too.
Like the deadline date, you mean?
Yeah.
Sure.
So what do you want the date to be?
No date.
Well, August 31st.
October 14th is a trade show, right? So,
A week before.
because realistically, there's not a lot to prep for, right?
No,
So, yeah, a
No.
week before is,
as we get them, we can just say, oh yeah, that's a good one, that's a good one, that like,
Okay. So let's say October 7th.
Yeah.
You have to give people a deadline.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if you give people a deadline, they still don't.
Well, yeah,
follow.
I know, but give them a deadline, at least there's a chance.
Yeah, there's a chance.
One thing, showing up with a crock pot full of chili, we've got room for that. It's another thing to show up with a
Yes.
10 by 10 booth, right?
Yeah,
So if they show up that day and they're not registered, they may just not get space.
no.
I'm good with that.
Okay, and let us know, and then you can start sharing it to the groups, and then
Okay,
whoever else has.
so you're okay
Facebook.
with me just sharing it too? Well, I'll send it to you first so you can approve it and then. Or you and then.
Okay.
And then, well, we can just. Send it off.
Sounds good. 7.2, 2023 events. I don't think we have anything we need.
No, it was just, at our next meeting, which is October 16th, then really make sure that we set the date, not the date, but, our plan for, the Christmas parade and everything.
Yeah.
So we'll put out our agenda, then, if we're gonna do a New Year's Eve dance, we need to start planning and
Okay, do we want to pick dates tonight for like the Chilean parade?
Well, the
and
Chile's
stuff like that? It's
November-
already scheduled, right?
November 27th, I believe. Whatever the Saturday is in November.
Okay.
I believe it's November 27th.
Speaking of that, so there's been a little debate between councils. So we want to add just for council and the mayor,
November
a
25th.
bean cook-off.
A bean
Yeah,
cook-off.
like,
Oh, so sea pie and instead
Well-
of sea pie and beans, it'll be Chilean beans.
yeah, I mean, there's just been a lot of bickering between councilors who makes a better better beans. So.
So this has nothing to do with what Nipissing Township is
No,
doing.
no, this is just
Okay.
between the council, because there's, like I said, there's been a lot of chatter, and so we thought, well, we'll all do a pot of beans and let the residents.
Not well, all. 2 people.
But we all are gonna do it.
Okay.
So
And,
this is, so now this is expanded from a choop and silly, yeah. Silly. A soup and chili, a
You can choose
baking exchange, and a bean
Just a little bean
competition.
cook-off between councilors, that's all. 1 year only.
Yeah.
You know, this may become a yearly event because one counselor will lose out and then they'll want a rematch next year.
Or if there's matches.
Yeah.
It's already stupid. All right, do we need to pick for the parade? Is that scheduled
The parade's at 3 o'clock,
the same day?
the same day.
Right.
To finish at the parish hall at 4 o'clock. And then the soup and chili.
Was there other Christmas events that we needed to pick the date for?
No,
Like Lions runs their own.
yeah, the
That's
line,
not
and
ours.
the reason why we moved ours, we used to do it the first Saturday of December. But that's the same weekend that the Lions have their telethon,
Right.
so they couldn't participate. And the weekend after that, they have breakfast with Santa.
Downstairs, yeah.
And the same weekend we do ours was Powassan. So some of the people from Powassan, like the horses and that, wanted to attend but couldn't. So if I move it the 27th, then we can accommodate more people.
So in a row, ours are kind of Halloween, helping out.
Pardon?
In a row, our events are kind of the
Oh,
Halloween event.
Yep, the
The
Halloween.
trade show,
Mhm.
the chili and parade,
Yep,
and New Year's.
and New Year's.
That's not bad. Okay,
So that would be the ones for Halloween, basically it's supporting Renee. If council wants to put in a float or the committee or whatever. Same as for Christmas. Remembrance Day, we look after here. So there's nothing for the committee to do with that one. And if we're gonna do New Year's Eve, then we need to start planning sooner than so that we can book our main object, or the main thing to do would, do we still go with the same DJ as we have in the past? And then after that, the rest is easy.
Ricky kind of has a idea that it's coming up already, so.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so,
7.3 municipal alcohol policy.
so you all have a copy. I don't know what I did with- do you have two agendas?
I have one here.
No, let me just,
Yeah. You know this? What do you do?
I was looking for this, but, so, you can see all the comments that were made. And basically, it's just putting them into the policy, updating it, and if the members are good with what he's suggesting, then it will go to council. So I don't know if you guys went through it and if there is anything that,
Yeah, so I was under the impression that the comments in from the last meeting, that this was going to be kind of rewrote for tonight for us to just send to council. But we can go through it again if we need to.
no, that's why I'm asking. You guys all went through this, all approved all his comments and
Yeah.
everything, because that's what I'm doing now, is I'm doing the draft to go to council for approval at September 26th. This will be approved by council. Okay, there's just one. As far as the with the new skating rink on page 4. With the new skating rink, and are the tennis courts going to still be a place where people have special events, or will they occur at the outdoor rink? So if it's only going to be at the outdoor rink, then we have to remove the tennis courts.
And we keep both, right? I mean, some events might prefer the courts.
Okay,
Some events might.
Yeah,
prefer-
I would, yeah, it may, just keep both, it's, and then if
Okay.
something spills over, there's room to go, right?
okay. Okay, that was the only, but everything else he went through, and
Yeah.
we'll just update where he, and then this will go to council.
When you apply for your license, they'll have to state whether they're at the rink or whether they're at the court or whether they're using field or wherever. Because they'll have to, like, if they're using field, they'll have to fence it off, like,
Right.
so it has to be listed, so it won't be like an overflow.
Yeah, because
But
right
it
now it's
gives-
only gonna be the outdoor rink and the tennis court, nowhere else.
I thought we added the soccer field because it was already fenced and it was field.
Soccer
space.
field's not yet fenced.
Or just the ones that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
But yeah,
Yeah.
so they'll have to state it,
Right.
anyhow, but.
Yeah.
okay,
uh,
so, and that will go, so there's a motion. I don't know who wants to sign it first, so that can go to council. No, I have another copy.
Okay, moved by Dan and second by Natalie, whereas the municipal alcohol policy was reviewed and updated by the Recreation Committee and the North Bay Prairie Sound District Health Unit, therefore the Recreation and Fitness Committee recommends to council to adopt the revised municipal alcohol policy. All in favor? Correspondence.
So we have a letter of resignation from Mark Vaillancourt. And then to advertise for new members. Either 1 or 3.
Perfect. So Mark's been a big part of this committee for a long time and former counselor, he just couldn't do it with his work schedule any longer. So it's unfortunate, but life goes on, I guess, for both. So moved by Nathalie and second by Dan that the Recreation and Fitness Committee recommends the council to accept Mark Valancourt's resignation from the committee, and that a letter be sent thanking him for his services, and that advertising be placed on the website for members to stay on the committee. All in favor? Carry.
Yeah, so our mandates state 5 or 7, so we could get 1 or 3 members, depending what the reply is.
Recreation's hot right now, so
Yep.
maybe we'll get 3. Okay. Now, is it for correspondence?
Yes,
Anything under information?
not at this meeting.
So just out of order, I thought terms of reference, we finished terms of reference, did we?
No, we have not worked on those.
So we need to put that back on for the next one.
Yes, and work with the CAO as well. CAO is working on terms of reference, like basically
Okay, template.
a template for all committees.
Yeah.
And then based on that, then we will add ours as well.
Okay.
Okay,
Next meeting, October 16th, 2023.
yes, because of stat holidays and long weekends and things like that. It ends up being on the 16th, which is kind of okay because it'll be after the trade show. So we'll have feedback from the trade show.
Okay, perfect.
October 6th.
Do you guys have anything to add? Any questions?
No, not at the moment. No, thanks. And we'll be part of the trade show as well, and just as it goes, and as for Halloween, I think we were just discussing that just now, so we don't have the final. And we did enjoy helping out for Labor Day. That was great.
So if you're back next year.
Mhm.
All right, moved by Dan and second by Nathalie that the recreation fitness meeting be adjourned at 7:37 PM. On favor? Perfect. Carried. Yeah,
Okay, all done.
thanks, everybody.